Are businessmen really rich? This question might have crossed your mind at some point. We often picture businessmen as individuals living in opulence, driving fancy cars, and vacationing in exotic locales. However, this perception is not always accurate. Wealth, after all, is relative. It depends on various factors such as the size of the business, the industry it operates in, and the financial management skills of the individual. For instance, a small-scale businessman running a local grocery store would likely have a different wealth status than the CEO of a multinational tech corporation. Moreover, let's not forget to factor in other professions. A successful doctor, engineer, or teacher can also accumulate substantial wealth. So, it's crucial to remember that being a businessman does not necessarily equate to being rich. Therefore, as you see, the answer to the question, "Are businessmen really rich?" is not as straightforward as it might seem. Now, let's delve deeper into the comparison between the wealth of businessmen and other professions. Businessmen, like any other professionals, have a range of incomes. On average, though, they tend to earn more than many other professions. But it's important to remember that this isn't a hard and fast rule. There are several factors that influence this wealth disparity. Education, for instance, plays a significant role. Businessmen with higher levels of education often command higher incomes. Experience is another key factor. Those who have been in the business world for a longer period of time typically have a larger wealth accumulation. The location of the business also matters. Businesses situated in economically thriving areas are likely to be more profitable. However, there are many other professionals such as doctors, lawyers, and tech entrepreneurs who, depending on their specialty and level of expertise, can earn as much as, if not more than, businessmen. Therefore, one cannot categorically state that businessmen are richer than other professionals. It's also important to consider wealth distribution when discussing the wealth of businessmen. Now, imagine a pie chart representing the total wealth held by businessmen. You'd find that just a small slice of that pie is concentrated in the hands of a select few, while the rest is distributed among a much larger group. This is a common trend in wealth distribution, not just among businessmen, but across other professions as well. Picture the same pie chart for, say, teachers, engineers, or doctors. You'd notice a similar pattern, a small percentage of individuals holding a significant proportion of the total wealth. But here's the kicker. The slice of the pie held by the wealthiest businessmen is often much larger compared to other professions. This disparity in wealth distribution shows that while some businessmen are extremely rich, others are not. To summarize, the wealth of businessmen is a complex topic with many variables. We've traversed the landscape of wealth, exploring its relative nature. We've seen how the concept of wealth can differ greatly from one person to another, making it a moving target rather than a fixed point. We've also looked at how businessmen stack up against other professions in the wealth stakes. It's not a straightforward comparison, with variables like industry, location, and the individual's entrepreneurial journey playing significant roles. Our journey then took us through the intriguing world of wealth distribution among businessmen. We discovered that wealth is not evenly distributed, with a small percentage holding a large portion of the overall wealth. In essence, the wealth of businessmen is as diverse as the businesses they run. While some businessmen are indeed very rich, it's clear that not all businessmen are, and their wealth can vary greatly depending on a variety of factors.